Hey there and welcome back to my channel where we bring you all the latest news from around the world. Today's video is going to be very interesting as we talk about the top 10 largest economies in the world. Now when we talk about large economies, we're not talking about the size of the landmass or population. We're talking about the total monetary value of everything that country produces and sells within a year. So let's start at number 10 and work our way to know. 1. Number 10 on this list is Canada with a GDP of $3.8 trillion. And what's even more impressive than that is their GDP per capita, which is $58,700,000. Now it might not look like much compared to some of the other countries on this list, but considering the fact that Canada has one of the smallest populations in the G7 group, this figure is extremely impressive. A lot of their success can be attributed to their natural resources and strategic location. Canada is rich in natural resources such as oil, minerals, and timber, which contribute significantly to its economy. Their proximity to the United States, the world's largest economy, also plays a big role. Canada trades heavily with the US and benefits from the economic spillover effects of its larger neighbor. Also, did you know that Canada is the second largest country in the world by area? Only Russia is larger. And despite being so massive, over 90% of Canadians live within 100 miles of the US border. This leads to a lot of cross-border trade and cooperation. No, 9 on the list is South Korea with a GDP of $4 trillion. They are a major player in the tech industry with companies like Samsung, Hyundai, and LG driving the majority of their sales. South Korea's economy is highly dependent on exports, and they are a major trading partner for countries like China, Japan, and the United States. One thing that has helped South Korea become such an economic powerhouse is their focus on education. They have a highly skilled workforce thanks to their investment in education and research and development. In recent years, South Korea has made efforts to diversify its economy beyond just manufacturing and into services and technology. Coming in at number 8 is Australia with a GDP of $4.2 trillion. It's an extremely wealthy country with a very high standard of living. Their economy is driven by a variety of sectors, including mining, agriculture, tourism, and finance. Did you know that Australia is the world's largest producer of diamonds? Their mines produce over 100 million carats of diamonds every single year. Australia also has a well-developed financial sector with major banks and financial institutions based in cities like Sydney and Melbourne. The country's political stability, strong legal system, and commitment to free market principles have made it an attractive destination for foreign investors. This in turn has contributed to its overall economic growth. At number 7, we have Brazil with a GDP of $4.3 trillion. It is the largest economy in South America and the second largest in the Southern Hemisphere after Australia. Brazil's economy is known for its vast natural resources and agricultural production. They are the world's largest producer of coffee and sugarcane and also have significant reserves of iron ore, gold, and other minerals. Brazil's diverse population and large consumer market also contribute to its status as a major economy. Additionally, Brazil has a growing industrial and technological sector with companies specializing in areas like aerospace and biotechnology. Next up at number 6 is India with a GDP of $4.6 trillion. This one might surprise some people as India is the second most populated country in the world with over 1 billion people. But when you break down their stats, you'll see that their GDP per capita is only $3,300. That being said, India is one of the fastest growing major economies in the world. In fact, it was the fastest growing major economy in the world in 2015 and 2016. India's growth can be attributed to its large and young population, increasing urbanization, technological advancements, and a thriving service sector. Some of the biggest drivers of India's economy include information technology, pharmaceuticals, and financial services. India has also been investing heavily in infrastructure projects such as roads, railways, and airports, which have further boosted its economic growth. Next up at number 5 is Great Britain with a GDP of $5 trillion. It is the oldest and most influential economy in the world and is a global leader in finance, business, and culture. Britain's economy is driven by a variety of sectors, including finance, business services, technology, and entertainment. They are the home of some of the largest banks and financial institutions in the world. London, the capital city, is a global hub for finance and is often referred to as the world's financial capital. Britain's colonial history also played a significant role in shaping its economy. Its former colonies are now major trading partners and sources of raw materials and cheap labor. The country's membership in the European Union, now the United Kingdom, also contributed to its economic growth by providing access to a large single market. However, Brexit has created some uncertainty and challenges for the British economy. At number 4 is Germany, with a GDP of $5.3 trillion. It is the fourth largest economy in the world and the largest economy in Europe. Germany is a major player in the global economy and is known for its engineering prowess and high-quality goods. Their manufacturing sector drives a lot of their economic output, and they are a leading producer of automobiles, machinery, and chemicals. The country's commitment to renewable energy has also led to investments in solar and wind power, creating jobs and driving economic growth. Despite its strong economy, Germany faces challenges such as an aging population and a dependence on foreign energy sources. But it remains to be seen how these issues will impact the country's future economic performance. Third on this list is Japan with a GDP of $5.8 trillion. It's an island nation located in East Asia and is the third largest economy in the world. Japan's economy is driven by a variety of sectors, including automobiles, electronics, and precision equipment. The country is known for its high-quality goods and technological advancements and is home to some of the world's most valuable brands like Toyota, Sony, and Honda. Japan's post-war economic growth was nothing short of miraculous. It went from being a war-torn country to becoming one of the world's leading economies in just a few decades. This economic boom was driven by a combination of factors, including the country's abundant natural resources, a highly skilled workforce, and a commitment to innovation and technology. However, in recent years, Japan's economy has faced challenges such as a declining population and deflation, which has led to calls for the government to take action to stimulate growth. Despite these challenges, Japan remains an important player in the global economy. And coming in at No. 2 is China with a GDP of $33 trillion. It's the second largest economy in the world and the largest by purchasing power parity. China's economy is driven by a variety of sectors, including manufacturing, technology, and construction. The country is a major producer of goods such as electronics, textiles, and machinery, and is home to some of the world's most valuable brands like Huawei, Alibaba, and Tencent. China's growth over the past few decades has been nothing short of remarkable. Since implementing market-oriented reforms in the late 1970s, the country has experienced unprecedented economic growth, lifting millions out of poverty and transforming itself into a major player in the global economy. However, China's economic growth has slowed in recent years amid a trade war with the United States and the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite these challenges, China remains an important player in the global economy, and its future growth will be closely watched by investors and policymakers around the world. Finally, coming in at No. 1 is the United States with a GDP of $41.9 trillion. It's the largest economy in the world and is driven by a variety of sectors, including technology, finance, and entertainment. The United States is a global leader in innovation and is home to some of the world's most valuable brands like Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. The country's economic dominance can be attributed to a number of factors, including its vast natural resources, a highly skilled workforce, and a commitment to free market principles. The United States is also a major consumer market, and its residents have a high standard of living. However, the country faces challenges such as income inequality and a growing national debt. Despite these challenges, the United States remains the world's dominant economy, and its influence on the global economy is undeniable. Well, that wraps up our list of the top 10 largest economies in the world. Let us know in the comments below if your country made the list and if there are any other topics you'd like us to cover in a future video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.